Up, Whatty Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Tokyo Ghoul Re, chapter 131. And last chapter, we got official confirmation that Touka is preggers. And also, we found out that Mitsuki kidnapped Yoriko, and Yoriko arrested Yoriko. Sorry, not kidnapped. Arrested Yoriko, and she sent a letter to Kaneki saying that Yoriko is going to be killed. So this is going to be really, really interesting to see what happens this chapter. Let's get to it. Hey, King, do you know where Miss Touka is? Touka? Why? The one-eyed king is quite occupied. Well, we want her to read us a picture book. Aw! Picture book? How about I read it for you? I'm pretty good at it. No, not you, King. Miss Touka said you were occupied. I love how occupied is spelled. It's spelled O-C-K and then it's Y-O-U-P-I-E-D. That's so cute. And this chapter is called Thinking Pig, and I'm interested in why this chapter is called Thinking Pig, but we'll get to that. I see. Want me to help you look for her? Yeah. Touka, I hope you're not too mad after reading the that memo. December. I think that's when she's going to give birth. There, Miss Touka. Let's see. What's the matter? The picture book. Read it to us. Again? Please read it. I guess I better, huh? Once upon a summer, a bear and a wolf were walking through the forest when they heard the beautiful song of a bird. She seems just fine. My guess is that she's probably in her first trimester, first or second trimester, because she's not showing, and we aren't seeing morning sickness, but my guess is she's in her first trimester. Just singing in the rain, what a Christmas field. Hajime Hazuki, I'd like to talk to you. Ken Kaneki. Oh my god, the look on his face is so fucking creepy. It's the real deal, Ken Kaneki, not a video version, the real 3D version. I looked up to you and your strength. Despite being a human, you gained enough power to become a half Kakuja. I can't even count how many times I watched and rewatched the video files we have on you. You're the miracle human. Well, it makes sense that he's called the miracle human, because remember what the CCG is trying to do. They're trying to make an army of Kaneki, so to speak. I'm honored, but I'm not here to talk about myself. I'd much rather we discuss that letter. The letter from Mitsuki-san? Mitsuki-sensei, excuse me. You know, I had no idea what it said, to be honest. I was just told to give it to you. I'm not lying. I mean, Mitsuki is basically a spy, right? Which makes me a spy's dog? A spy dog? I guess I have no choice but to meet him in person. If you're going up to the surface, take me with you, please, Mr. Ken Kaneki. I don't know if I would trust him. There isn't enough time between now and the execution date. How can I save Yoriko? She's being held in the CCG, CCG jail. There's over 100 places they could be keeping her. Do I really have no choice but to rely on Mitsuki? That's scary. I would not rely on Mitsuki for shit. Mitsuki is just gonna kill you, Kaneki. I swear to God. The miracle human? I'm just a man. What do you think of that statement? Kaneki did not call himself a ghoul. He did not call himself the one-eyed king. He just called himself a simple man. I think that I really like that statement. What I would love to see is I'd love to see Amon help save Yoriko. I really would love to see that, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't even know if Amon's gonna come back. If Amon comes back, he's either gonna come back now or the final battle. Telomere? Yes. I mean, what sits at the very top of end of your DNA? Long short story, the number It's 2 in the morning, okay? Long story short, the number of times a cell can divide is predetermined. And every time a cell divides, its telomeres get a little bit smaller. We are getting a biology lesson, folks. When those telomeres fall below a certain length, cell division is impossible. This is what we commonly refer to as aging. So we get it. So now you know what aging means. A wrinkled geezer. I looked at this. There's a chance that RC cells contain an enzyme that lengthens the telomeres. Ooh, that is interesting as hell. And you know, that would make sense. And I wonder if the longer telomeres also have something to do with their regeneration. But that might even be why ghouls can tolerate tissues like the Kagane that are composed of so many proliferating cells. That makes sense. I should have mentioned that too. That makes sense to me as well. Like the ghoul biology makes a little bit more sense now. By using your Kagane and by healing your wounds, your body's undergoing cell division much faster than a regular humans would. So that makes a lot of sense too, because with like demigods and immortals, the same thing you could say the same thing happens, that your cells the cell division of the body's going under cell division so much faster than a human's that it heals your wounds. Fuck, you could say the same thing about Wolverine. In other words, I'm aging, right? At a fearsome speed. What? I mean, this is just my hypothesis, but no, you're probably right. I feel it myself. What? So I'm telling you, I got a feeling Kaneki is going to die by the end of this manga, and that's really freaking me out. And I wonder if this has to do with being, a half ghoul. I'm very curious about that, but I thought he became a full-fledged ghoul already. I thought that Kaneki is already a full-fledged ghoul by now, but it still could be the fact that he's a half human that this is happening. When did you start getting those black tears? About a month ago, little by little, or tears. Yeah, it's probably tears. About a month ago, little by little. Kaneki, if you keep fighting like this, you're not gonna last. You're not a ghoul. So we have confirmation now that Kaneki is still in the sense, he's still a half ghoul. But you would think because of Kaneki's RC count being so high, that he would be, the ghoul side of him would be more dominant and not so recessive. Is there a way to some way to stop the aging? Fucking yeah, don't use your Kagane and don't get wounded too badly. So the only way he could stop aging is to not get wounded, because as the manga says, is that it had the cells dividing are at a longer rate. So you have to wonder how long the telomeres are for Kaneki, because it says right here that the number of times a cell can divide is predetermined, and this is in Kaneki's DNA. You have to wonder if it's because Kaneki was born a human and turned into a half ghoul, if that's why this is happening. Anyway. Finally, and I can't say I recommend this, but intake of RC cells, that is, ghoul cannibalism. But the thing is Kaneki already did the ghoul cannibalism, but I wonder, because you know what, I wonder what Kaneki's gonna do, and this would make a lot of sense if there's dead ghouls already, like, if ghouls have already starved from starvation. I wonder if Kaneki would eat those ghouls. I have to wonder this. Or I wonder if the Ogai would be able to eat the Ogai, and that would be okay. But from what I think I'm understanding here is that it has to be a full-blooded ghoul. And I wonder, because the underground city that we have, I have to wonder if if Kaneki... Oh, if Kaneki eats the other One-Eyed King, that would make so much sense. I could see that. I could actually see that happening, to be honest with you. And I'm curious if you guys can, too. I wonder just how much time I have left. The things I might be able to manage to do all depend on how that letter turns out. Touka. This city. There aren't even ghosts here. Oh, we're in the underground city! An ambush? I've got, if so, I've got to make my Kagane into a form that'll let me finish you lot off in one go. What with my condition and all. Q. What in the world? The blade's too thick. Oh, you know what I'm wondering? And I just realized this. What if, there's a couple of things I'm thinking of, and this is going back to Kaneki's condition. Isn't there a way, that the CCG has a way to, the injections, the RC cell injections. I wonder if that would work. I'm curious what you nerdigans think about that, because it says in the manga that Kaneki needs to increase his RC cell count. Remember what happened with Takizawa and Amon in the CCG? They were injected with RC cells, so that would make a whole lot of sense to me. And I'm surprised that it's well, I don't think Kaneki knows how Amon and Takizawa became ghouls, so I think Takizawa, like, if he tells Takizawa what's going on, he, what was it? That Kaneki would, you know, go get the RC cells. So, anyway, back to this. The blade's too thick. You can't cut shit with that. Yeah, 3 of them, huh? Playtime's over. Edit us, up in, if you're gonna edit us up, done it up. You're gonna Chica cutted us up in. That underground dialect is a real doozy. Touka was always good at it, but I can't understand a thing. Don't worry, I won't eat you lot. Rolly? Not edit? Rolly bully not edit? Edit up? The heck is with these guys? Are they afraid of being eaten? What does Rolly mean? Well, Rolly, I think it means Rolly. Are you all residents of the 24th Ward? What happened to the other ghouls? 24 what? Wasn't ghoul. Or what's a ghoul? You just used your Kagane back there, didn't ya? You guys are ghouls just like us. Only mumbling, bumbling, confusing tingers. That Kagane, Tinger, Yara mean wormy bugger? This is Tokyo. Where are humans? I have no idea what they're saying. Tokyo humans? So, interesting. So we have humans living under here. And I wonder if, I have to wonder if the One-Eyed King that lives down here is eating them. I'm very curious. I want to know what happened. Why is the city like this? Naga. The Nagas, breaked everythinger. And what the Naga are a race of, serpents in Hindu mythology. Ooh, we got some Hindu mythology up in here. They were and back to, Touka and Kaneki. But I think it's really interesting that there's humans down in the underground city. I'm very curious what you guys think about that. Do you think the humans that live, why do you think these humans live there? Do you think, if they're humans, do you think that the humans are there to be, so the ghouls that live down there get nourishment? Because that would make a lot of sense to me. They were happy, the kids, I mean. I'm glad. Again with the glum face. I'm sorry. Did you see that notice in my room? If I told you I was going to save her, would you stop me? What? Something hard to say? Yeah, sorta. Found a girl you like or something? Down here? No, not that. I guess I'll start then. I'm pregnant! Yes, we knew Touka was pregnant! Yeah! I'm glad Touka said she's pregnant! Because I fucking knew it based on that calendar that Touka was pregnant. She says I'm pregnant probably. But I don't know if it'll even be born right. I thought I'd tell you if and when I was sure, but I was really just going to keep quiet about it. I'm sorry. I wonder though, because think about it this way. It's gonna be let's see. I would say it would be like maybe it's gonna at least be half ghoul. So I would imagine the kid would survive, to be honest. I'm very curious if you guys think what you guys think. Well, okay, yes, but also no, Touka, you should know. You should know that Yoriko is going to be executed. Don't tell me you were gonna just ignore it. Choose. When's it due? The child. December. Oh yeah, we were right about last chapter. Touka's pregnant. I see. I'm glad. Really? Yes. Really. So this is what you've chosen. Touka, ghouls. How do they get married? What? Why all of a sudden? I want to know in the ghoul world how does this stuff work? A ghoul wedding. Is Kaneki proposing? Oh my god, don't worry about it. I mean, after all this time, I don't want to be like we did it or something. Why? I mean, I do, but we must leave proof. Proof? Yes, on each other's bodies. As deeply as we can. Proof deep enough to not fade. Even if we die, proof as bite marks. Proof that the two of them were once two. I wonder, because remember what was said in the chapter earlier, that that he had to commit ghoul cannibalism. I wonder if this is going to help. I'm curious, because obviously he's going to bite hard enough to leave a scar and get some blood. So I'm very curious if this is going to help. But what did you guys think of this chapter? We got even more confirmation that Touka's pregnant and she's going to give birth in December. But what do you think about the baby? Do you think the baby will survive? I honestly, because we still got the confirmation that Kaneki is in a way still half human. I think the baby will survive. In all honesty, I think it will. And then, what do you think about the idea for Kaneki to recover? About him getting RC injections like Takizawa and Amon. To me, that makes the most sense. Or do you think that Kaneki is going to get captured by Mitsuki? We're going to have something similar to what we had in Tokyo Ghoul, where Kaneki is going to have to do cannibalism. Oh my god! What if, and think about this, guys, what if Kaneki is going to eat Ferrata? Oh my god, that would be so cool! I'm sorry, that would be so cool how the war ends as Kaneki eats Ferrata. What do you guys think about that? That is possible. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But I gotta say this as well, is that the way that they're doing this is very similar to a couple of books that, or a couple of series that I've read and I've covered on my channel, which is the Hush Hush series by Becca Fitzpatrick. I'm going to spoil the end, sorry. Is when Nora and Patch are basically they're bonding with each other. They slit their wrists and mix their blood, and I'm very curious if you guys think that's kind of similar, and that's why I said Kaneki's gonna probably get some of Touka's blood. And then the other thing I'm curious about, or the other one that reminds me of in a way, is of the end of the Embrace series where Violet and Lincoln get married, and what happens is that there's tattoos that appear on their ring fingers. So I want to know your thoughts about this chapter in the comment section below. What did you guys, and the other thing I forgot to mention, what did you guys think of the underground cities? Why is there humans living in the underground city? Gotta wonder if it's to feed nourishment for the king, and also do you guys think that the other possibility for Kaneki is eating Kaneki eating the other One-Eye King, because the One-Eye King is so weak, or he's dying, that Kaneki has to eat him. I'm very curious what you Nerdigans think about this in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to the Nerdigans Inc. expansion, there's a few ways you can do that. You could donate to the Nerdigans Inc. PayPal, Patreon, or purchase something off the Nerdigans Inc. Amazon wishlist. All those links are in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on the Twits, aka Twitter. Follow my Twitch channel from me on PlayStation Network. All that's in the description box below as well. Until next time, Nerdigans, I'll be seeing you later. Bye!